For this assignment, I want you to think about the roller coaster that's up on my front desk. And I want you to imagine a cart rolling along from the top of that hill on the right-hand side, going down, going through the loop, coming up over that second hill, and then looping back around. And as you imagine that cart, ask yourself where on this coaster, after the point of release and before being stopped, where do you think the coaster is going to be moving fastest? Where do you think it'll be moving the slowest? Where do you think it will have the most energy, the cart I mean? Where do you think a passenger on that cart might feel a moment of weightlessness? Where do you think the cart will be carrying the most momentum? And where on the coaster is the biggest change in direction happening? The biggest, most sudden change in direction? Where is that on the coaster? And what I want you to do, once you figure that out, is I want you to actually label this coaster in any app you want to use. You have to take a screenshot of the tutorial, so you can go ahead and do that now and then come back and watch the rest of the tutorial. Okay, hopefully you have that screenshot and you'll be able to crop and edit it and then import that screenshot into, say, GoodNotes, where you can then draw A, B, C, D, and F onto your coaster. And then in the same GoodNotes doc, I want you to take a look at the next slide. I also want you to take a screenshot of this page, and you're going to answer these two questions. I'm going to put a marble into the cart, and it's going to rest in there. You'll see how it rests in there. I'll show you. So you can see there's actually, I did a drawing for you down here, there's actually a little depression in the cart that a marble fits into. And the marble kind of sticks up. About half of the marble is sticking up and half of the marble is in that little depression. So when I release the cart with the marble in it from the top of the hill on that roller coaster, do you think that the marble will make it safely to the end of the ride? Or do you think it's going to get thrown off at some point? And I want you to explain your answer. Don't just say, yeah, it's going to make it, or no, it's not going to make it. Explain to me what makes you think it will make it to the end or not make it to the end. Then I want you to label the spot on the ride where you definitely believe you would need a personal restraint, a seatbelt or a harness, even if the coaster were not to experience any mechanical failures. So the coaster's not going to suddenly stop or anything like that. It's just going to go right through nice and smooth. But where, anyway, would you still feel you would need some kind of personal restraint device? And you can only pick one spot, so pick the spot where it's the most important that you have it. And I want you to label that and explain to me why that spot needs a personal safety restraint. Make sure you do this because at some point I am going to collect this assignment as soon as I figure out how it's best for you to send it to me. So make sure that you import these things into GoodNotes and you have them there, and then when I'm ready to get them from you, you'll give them to me. Okay? So we'll do that and then we'll talk about it. I'll see you guys.